All right, how about now? Can you guys hear me now? Boom. I think my microphone was turned off. My bad. All right. So, hey, welcome inside. Perfect. Now you guys can hear me. All right. So basically what we're going to do is we're doing a March Madness contest with a bracket. So now what's sweet about this is we got 3 prizes for the top 3 winners. Number 1 winner, whoever gets the best bracket, is going to get a $100 gift card to Eastbay, right? They got shoes, they got gear, they got all sorts of great stuff. So that's awesome. Number 2, the second place winner is going to get a free pair of Powerhandz. So if you haven't checked out Powerhandz, you definitely want to check that out. Weighted gloves to help your ball handling. And third place winner is going to get a free hoodie from Hoop Culture, right? So those are the 3 brands that help us out a lot. Eastbay, or 3 of the major brands that help us out a lot. Eastbay, Powerhandz, and Hoop Culture. So we want to give you a chance to win some of their gear here. So basically all you got to do to sign up to be a part of our bracket pool is click the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Instagram, you can head to my bio. We got a link in the bio down below there. That way you can sign up, make your picks in March Madness. And as soon as you submit your picks, that means that you are eligible to win. So basically, today we're just going to kind of use as a live broadcast to ask questions, hang out, chill with you guys a little bit, talk NCAA March Madness, talk NBA basketball, whatever it is you want to do. But don't forget, sign up for that March Madness tournament, either link in bio on Instagram or on Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. Feel free to go to the link in the description to sign up, fill out your bracket, and see how you do. I'm in it. Jake from Hoot Scoop over there, he's in it. Hey, so he thinks Duke's going. So number 1, I kind of want to see who you guys pick, how your bracket's going to shake out. But number 2, it'll be really cool because we can all kind of compete against each other here in the Splash Army. So, A, I'm going to write it down here on the board in case you missed it. First prize right here. First prize is getting, oh, it's going to be backwards though. That's lame. So $100 to Eastbay. Second prize is getting Powerhandz. And man, I have bad handwriting. My fault. And then third prize, we're going to Hoop Culture hoodie, right? So those are 3 prizes you can win. So keep that in mind. Again, link in bio in Instagram, link in the description on YouTube. So I'll probably announce that a little bit later just in case people jump in. But let's start hanging out, asking questions, and let's talk some hoops here with you guys. So I'm gonna take a question from YouTube first. Let's see what we got. All right, first of all, I gotta show love over to Crazy Chauval. Says, love your video. I'm a girl and I play basketball, and your channel helped me so much. Awesome. We do not get enough females watching the basketball channel. I think in my YouTube analytics, I want to say it's like 4 or 5% is female viewership, which is, better than nothing, but I would really like more girls to watch it because, the better you can shoot, the easier the game is at all levels, no matter your gender, no matter your age. So I really appreciate your viewership. Thanks for watching. All right, Squid Bang. Oh, I see some people liking Duke out there. Now I got a little inside information on Duke, and I think they'll probably have a pretty good tournament. I know Jake's a huge Duke fan over there, but I'm also rocking the Duke shirt today as well because I've got a little inside information that I'm going to let you guys in on in a couple months here. But for the most part, I think Duke's going to be pretty good. See my action. Oh, got another girl in here. Awesome, awesome. Oh, I see somebody Gonzaga. Nice. Gonzaga's always a sleeper. They win some games. They definitely win some games. So I'll kind of talk about my bracket a little bit here. So on my bracket, let's see here. Sorry, I got to update this thing real quick to the right prizes. All right, so let me find my all right, my bracket. Here we go. So my overall winner that I think is going to get hot and win the tournament is the University of Arizona. you know, I was a big Arizona fan growing up. I grew up on the West Coast, so I watched a lot of Pac-12 basketball. I grew up just south of Washington State University, which is in Pullman. So they're in the same, you know, Washington State's in the same conference as Arizona. So I watched a lot of those Pac-12 schools growing up and was kind of a fan of Arizona because Washington State was terrible. And so I would just watch like the good teams come beat up on them a little bit. And the thing that I like about Arizona is, number one, they have DeAndre Ayton, who is an absolute stud, a giant like freak of nature when it comes to his athletic ability. But number two, he's got a nice outside touch. And really, you know, what it seems like in the tournament happens a lot of times is it's that upper echelon of talent really kind of pushes teams over the edge. You know, if you look at it every year, pretty much the teams with the one and dones or the two and dones type of guys are the ones that play pretty well. And I think that DeAndre Ayton is kind of in a breed of his own. So that's one reason why I think Arizona's going to get hot. I also love the whole, like, nobody believed in us theory. You know what I mean? Where like all this stuff came out about Sean Miller and like everybody was saying he should be fired. And then turns out maybe the NCAA investigation didn't have as much on him as they thought they did. So it was really just an absolutely bizarre situation. And they banded together those teams where they have the athletes, they have the coaching, they've got that chip on their shoulder. And so, I mean, how great of a message would it be for, you know, Arizona to send if like Sean Miller, who's like maybe almost fired, maybe under investigation by the NCAA, and then all of a sudden he comes back through the tournament and then ends up winning the championship. You know, I think that would be pretty bittersweet for the NCAA to have to like hand him the trophy at the end. So I'm pulling for Arizona. You know, it was a little bit of a, you know, I mean, I think they got the talent to do it, and it was a little bit of kind of a personal choice for me, but that's who I have winning it all. So in the comments here, if you haven't filled out your bracket, or if you have, let me know who you got who you think is going to be the national champion here. Let me know who you got. Oh, Ayton is going to Philly. I see somebody say in the draft. Yo, if Philly gets Ayton and they got Ayton next to Embiid, and I bet those two dudes could play next to each other. And the thing is, he can shoot a little bit, so he could maybe make that work. I like that. UNC, Kentucky, Duke. Somebody says, hell nah. Kentucky, can you post a video later? Yeah, we got more videos coming. Duke all the way. Oh, I see a lot of Duke love in the comments. I mean, they've got the thoroughbreds. They got the talent. Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's solid. Noodles, ramen noodles. I love it. Splash Army Forever. What up? Marvin Bagley is Kevin Garnett. Ooh, that's a good comparison. I do like that comparison. Marvin Bailey's got that really soft touch around the rim, really great court feel. You know, I like what he brings to the table for sure. And I mean, if you look at Duke's lineup as a whole, I mean, between Bagley and even Grayson Allen, if he can string together a few good games, even Trayvon Duval, I think is going to be, you know, kind of a difference maker in the tournament as well. I like Duke's chances. So my final four, I'm seeing some of your guys' picks here for the champion, and I like what you got going. Oh, Michigan State. That's an interesting one. It's tough to bet against Tom Izzo. Real tough. All right, so my final four that I have in the final four, I have Arizona against North Carolina, and I've got Villanova against Duke. Now, I like kind of North Carolina. I like the way they're playing. I think Joe Barry is kind of just a winner. He's just one of those dudes who always, you know, is going to get some buckets and get the W. And UNC is quietly kind of turning it on just a little bit. You know, I think they lost to Kentucky recently, but you know, they're the type of team that I think can win consecutive games in the tournament, which is kind of how you got to do it. Somebody on IG says Bucknell all the way. Hey, stranger things have happened. Duke is getting knocked out of the round with 32 by URI. Facts. All right. Let's see if it happens. I like it. Listen, even though I've got this as my bracket, I do love a good upset. So if people are going to get upset, I am more than okay with that. I love rooting for the underdog, so no big deal. Let's see here. So then Villanova, who do I have? Villanova against Duke on the other side. Then I've got Duke against Arizona in the championship. Arizona winning with a tiebreaker for me, 78-73. I don't think either team's going to play defense very well. They're both a little bit of a sieve on defense. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game if those two reach the championship. So that's kind of who I got in my final four. Let me know who you got in your final four. Let me check these comments here real quick. Where do I think Trae Young is going? Oh, good question on Trae Young. I think if he gets drafted, I bet he goes somewhere in that like 7 to 10 range, if I had to guess. Shooting's at an all-time premium. His stock's down a little bit, but honestly, like I would take Trae Young in an absolute heartbeat. In the NBA, we can see that pace and space are the two most important things. And he's a guy who can fit in, right away and really space the defense out. Good question, though. Luka Doncic, top 5 from LeVar Ball. Yeah, dude, I think Luka Doncic will probably be the second pick in the draft. It kind of depends on who gets the number 1 pick, depending on personnel. But I think it's kind of a toss-up right now between Ayton from Arizona and Doncic. I think both of them are going to be really, really good pros. And everything I've seen from Luka is absolutely phenomenal. The dude's got great court vision. He's like a little bit new school Larry Bird. And what a lot of people don't realize is he's actually still really young, and he's playing at like the highest level in Europe and dominating over there for pretty much every statistical category. So I like Luka a lot. And so I'd put him at like either that 1 or 2 slot on the draft board, depending on what you need for position there. Where you think Colin Sexton is getting drafted? Top 10. Daryl says over on YouTube. That's a good question. I like Colin Sexton a lot. I have a little bit of questions on his outside jumper translating the NBA just from watching mechanics. It seems like maybe it might be a little bit difficult for him to scoot his range out just a little bit, but he's an athlete, so I'm sure he probably won't have too hard of a time with it. It might take like a little mechanical tweak here and there, but I think he probably gets drafted in the top 10. I think teams, word on the street is teams really love his toughness, his grit, his grind, and his attitude. By all accounts, he's a really great kid. So if I was a team, I would definitely take a chance on him somewhere around that like 8 to 10 range. Especially, in a league where a point guard's such an important position, but at the same time, point guard's such a heavy position, right? There's a lot of great point guards in the NBA. So, it's almost maybe more important to get a swing man, kind of a 3-4 somewhere in the draft. Maybe even a shooting guard, just because shooting guards are at kind of a premium right now. So I don't know, toss up, but I think he's probably pretty close to the top 10. Where do you think LiAngelo Ball is going? Who asked that one? Cool Cal, the master on YouTube. Bad news. I don't think LiAngelo Ball is getting drafted, unfortunately for him. Just my 2 cents though. All right, somebody on IG. What is that? Ban Hunter wants to know, can you show love to some 2-motion guys and make some shooting secrets for 2-motion? Yeah, it's getting harder and harder because more people are realizing that 2-motion isn't necessarily, as optimized most of the time. So, we could do it. And I've done some in the past. Like I did Kobe Bryant in the past. I think I did LeBron James in the past. They're both kind of 2-motion guys. But let me take a look and see if we could get to something like that. I like it. All right, what do you think? What do you guys got? Also, hey, if you're new, we've had a lot of people log in to watch these live broadcasts on YouTube and on Instagram. So don't forget, we are doing the 2018 March Madness contest. So all you got to do is click the link in the description if you're on YouTube, or the link in my bio if you're on IG, and sign up, fill up your bracket. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to give prizes to the top 3 winners. So winner number 1 is going to get a $100 gift certificate from Eastbay, so you can buy shoes, gear, clothes, whatever it is you want. Winner number 2 is going to get a free set of Powerhandz gloves from Powerhandz. Basically, it's weighted gloves that really helps your ball handling control. And then winner number 3 is going to get a free hoodie from Hoop Culture. So definitely, number 1, check out all 3 of those brands. They're awesome. But number 2, definitely want you guys to enter this contest because, somebody's got to win it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the top 3 scores, and then we will give them the top 3 prizes. Good stuff. The Spurs. All right, Isaac Wade says, I like Fortnite. What up? Are there any other Fortnite players in here? Anybody else playing Fortnite? I don't even like, it's wild. I haven't even like gotten into Fortnite. I haven't seen anything. I don't have time to play a ton of video games anymore because I'm so busy making videos and training and doing that sort of stuff. But this Fortnite thing is crazy. People are going absolutely bonkers with it. So maybe I got to check it out. I've been grinding Fortnite. Turbo Fox on YouTube says Fortnite is going to win March Madness. You guys kill me. How do I feel about LeBron? I think LeBron's an animal. I think he's one of the top, 3 players all time, in my opinion. The dude just does it all. And for so long, I mean, he's so deep into his career. Most guys either have injuries or they fall off in their production. And dude is still grinding. It's absolutely unbelievable. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's talk about Marvin Bagley. What do you want to know about Marvin Bagley? What do you want to know about him? Dude's super skilled. He's kind of that hybrid when it comes to, kind of the new forward in the NBA. And the thing that I like most about Marvin Bagley was I watched him play a little bit in the Drew League in the LA area last year, I want to say. So he was like a high school junior, because he could have been a high school senior this year, but then he ended up going to Duke early because he had enough credits. I believe that's right. I might be making that up, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Anyways, so he was playing in the Drew League with like grown men as a high school junior and still dropping like 30 plus a game and looking really tough. And so he's the type of guy that I think is a little bit like Devin Booker in a sense, where in college, you don't really get to see them fully unleashed, right? Like Devin Booker, I really liked him coming out of the draft, and he was actually one of my like top 3 picks in the draft when I did my little draft guide thing. But with Marvin Bagley, I kind of feel the same way. I feel like the college structure, the college coaching is maybe holding him back a little bit to what he'll do in the NBA, and his game probably fits the NBA a little bit better. So I actually really, really like Marvin Bagley, and I think that maybe we're not seeing his full potential, right? You see this a lot with guys, especially the high-level dudes when they come to college, is they kind of have to fit the system, they fit the coaches, they fit kind of what they're trying to do, and then, more so when they get to the NBA structures their system around their players a little bit more so. So I definitely think he's going to be a beast, and I think, he's probably a top 5 pick in my mind for sure. Should do Marvin Bagley video breakdown. That's a good point. I really should. What 2 Oh man, comments are flying in. I'm having a hard time even keeping up with them here. Let's talk about Mo Bamba. Good question. So Mo Bamba, I haven't even really I haven't even really got to watch Mo Bamba much. I think I watched like one of his games this year and watched a little bit of the highlights and stuff, but absolutely freak body and athleticism. So from like an upside potential, there might be a lot of teams that pass on Mo Bamba and then like severely regret it in the next 5 to 7 years, just because his body is freakish. Like, and he's a crazy athlete, good rim protector, crazy long arms, right? He's one of those guys though, where it's just like, I just don't know. I haven't watched enough of him, but it wouldn't surprise me. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if 5 years from now, if Mo Bamba was the best player in the draft. You know what I mean? Well, I'm seeing a lot of love for Trey Duval in here. So I got that Duke shirt on. We got some cool stuff coming. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I got to stay a little zipped on that for right now. But what else we got here? What's the password for the bracket challenge? I thought I took the password off. Let me check real quick here and make sure that I took the password off, because there shouldn't be a password. Oh, it didn't save. There we go. Oh, we got a lot of folks signed up already. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Hit that link in the description on YouTube, or hit the link in bio on Instagram. Fill out your bracket. And then don't forget, you can win prizes. $100 gift certificate from Eastbay for the winner, or for the overall winner. Second place is going to get a pair of Powerhandz. Third place is going to get a Hoop Culture hoodie. All 3 dope brands, and a lot of really, really cool stuff that you can get. But we got a lot of people in here so far. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Here's my question to you. Somebody just said, what do you think about Michael Porter Jr.? How good do you think Michael Porter Jr. is going to be? Let me know in those comments. Do you think Michael Porter is going to be like a multi-time NBA All-Star? Is he going to be an MVP? Is he going to be a bust? Is he going to be like a rotation player? Where do you see his game transferring? Because I really liked him in high school. I thought he had a really diverse skill set. The competition he was playing was a little tough to judge from time to time. And I know he's only played one game back with Missouri, so it's kind of hard to see because he's probably not in the best condition. And also the dude like broke his back. Like, it's not an easy thing to come back from. So a lot of people I saw, you know, after his first game back, he had like 13 points or something. And people were like, oh, he's going to be a bust, like whatever. And I don't think it's too early to tell just from that one game back. You know, the dude has a body. I see somebody over here. So Cool Cal says next Kevin Durant. He's got a body kind of like Kevin Durant, you know, maybe a little shorter. I want to say maybe not quite as long, but for the most part, I mean, I think he could end up being a pretty darn good NBA player, multi-level all-star. I mean, he's got the physical tools to do it, which is kind of the hardest part. What up, Team Got Bands? Says, hey, my man, this is my first live stream. Welcome. We're going to do a lot more live streams here in 2018, just because it's a great chance to interact with you guys, give people who watch, you know, consistently a chance to kind of ask questions, get detailed instruction. Hopefully, we're going to start doing some live streams in actual gym as well. That way I can like show you stuff. If you say, hey, you want to see something, you know, how do I cross over? I can show it to you right there. You know, hey, how do I shoot? I can show it to you right there. You know, that way it'll be a little bit easier. So stay tuned. We got a lot more live streams coming. We're kind of working on getting some better equipment so we can make kind of a more professional live stream as well. Right now, we're kind of popping the trunk here and just getting at it as fast as we can. But yes, sir. Trey. Oh, somebody says Trae Young on the Suns. Yo, if the Suns picked up Trae Young and they had him and Devin Booker in a backcourt, lordy, lordy, that is some outside shooting, like maybe just the Warriors have and nobody else. I would like to see that. I'm actually rooting for that now. I want to see Trae Young on the Suns. That'd be good. All right, let's see here. Thoughts on Derrick Rose, Squid Bang Gaming or Squid Bag Gaming? Good questions on Derrick Rose there. So Derrick Rose, interesting situation to say the least. It was weird how he just kind of left time with the Cavs and went and did his own thing. That was kind of bizarre. And I think it's probably good that he's reunited with Tom Thibodeau on the Bulls, or not the Bulls, the Timberwolves. But the thing about Derrick Rose is his mechanics on his jump shot are just off. And the way he's lost some explosiveness, he could make up for it quite a bit if he had his mechanics optimized. But like I saw somebody post a picture of him yesterday, like shooting in a warm-up or whatever, and he had his guide hand like wrapped all the way around the front of the ball. And it's just like it's unbelievable that he hasn't like made that slight tweak to try to up his field goal percentage, because when you watch him, he's got a lot of upper body shoulder tension. And so like that guide hand is just going to make it even worse. So I don't know. The thing about him is he is close. Like if he could get a really reliable outside jump shot, he could play for a bunch more years in the NBA. But it's a matter of if he is able to do it. So I think the Bulls are a good fit. You know, I think Teague is a much better point guard at this stage of career than he is. So, you know, he's a decent second option off the bench, and probably, you know, maybe recreate a little bit of that Bulls magic with Thibodeau and Jimmy Butler and all those dudes. But, you know, I don't know. I remember there was a little tension between him and Jimmy Butler back in the day. So maybe that's going to stick around. I don't know. But yeah. Cam Reddish, Zion, or RJ Barrett? That's a good question. Man, you know, I haven't watched a ton of footage on RJ Barrett. I watched more on Cam Reddish and definitely more on Zion. I don't know. I think it kind of just depends on the type of player you want. If Zion, like what's scary about Zion, and I tell people this when they ask about him, is like Zion hasn't had like professional nutrition. He probably hasn't had like a professional like body trainer. So when he gets to college, like it is insane the type of science that goes into like D1 athletes' bodies. So it wouldn't surprise me if Zion gains like 10 pounds of muscle and drops like 10 pounds of baby fat, and the dude could end up getting 4 inches of vertical leap. I mean, it's wild. Like I think the way his body's built, he can even optimize it even more so going forward. So what's pretty wild is like, I think Zion's ceiling, like we are not even close to it yet. I mean, his athleticism is off the chart, but number one, I think he's going to get more athletic with that college and kind of professional nutrition. Number two, he hasn't really developed his outside jump shot yet. And if he does, like he might be LeBron 2.0. Like really, that's all it comes down to. If he can get that jumper down, which there's a few little tips, Zion, if you're watching, get at me. We can get that pretty easy. But if he can get that jumper down, man, it's game over. It's scary. All right, hey, good question. Good quick question about jump shots over here from Young McKee over on Instagram. Wants to know, Coach, if I don't jump high on my jump shot, will I get more benefit? So basically he's saying, should I jump high on my jump shot? Should I not jump high? Really, it's kind of up to you as an athlete. If you're a really good athlete, jumping high is okay. I kind of don't think that it's that great. A lot of players that shoot with high elevation on their jump shot, a lot of the time struggle a little bit. So it's really up to you personally, but I would say most likely I would try to limit my jump a little bit more, about 6 inches off the ground. If you watch most of the great shooters, most of them don't get a ton of lift on their shot. It's because A, it's a lot easier to repeat. B, it makes it easier when you get tired to still hit shots. And C, it kind of helps that timing of your release. So a lot of times if you jump too high, the ball's got to pause at your set point for just a little bit. So when it pauses, it loses a little bit of that momentum. So not that you can't do it, but I would probably recommend having a little bit lower jump for sure. All right, so how do I enter? So just click the link in the description to enter the 2018 March Madness Challenge for your chance to win some sweet prizes. And also, if you're on Instagram, link in the bio to register. I'm going to pop over and see how many people we got in here now. All right. Got over 45 people in. Nice. I got my bracket filled out. Jake from Hoop Scoops got his bracket filled out in there, so you're going to be competing against him as well. So we're rolling here. I love basketball. Titus bracket is in. Nate Green is in. Christina something. LeVar Ball, I see you, bro. Signing up for a bracket. Are you doing that all the way from Lithuania? Just messing with you. So Jacob Elmore wants to know, how many entries do you think I'll have? I don't know. It kind of depends. Right now we're at 45. I would say, I don't know, either between 100 to 500. I mean, that's still a pretty big gap. So we're going to promote it today here. We're going to promote it tomorrow. But you got to get your entries in before Thursday, before the games tip off, because the group's going to close down once they do. So you got to make sure that you get your entry in either today or tomorrow, right? Today, Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So you got to get your entry in either today or tomorrow. And then after that, it's going to be locked down. Oliver J11. What's up, brother? Oh, man. Dude, I'm excited for the NCAA tournament. Always excited for the upsets. See what's up. See who's there. See who's going to get the W this year. My pick's Arizona, if you missed that earlier. All right, somebody wants to know, what do you think of LaMelo? That's House HQ over on YouTube. Wants to know, what do you think about LaMelo? I actually really like LaMelo's game. I think he's going to put on a little power. He's going to put on a little strength. I think, what's interesting about him is he reminds me a lot of Lonzo, but I think he's got a little bit better jump shot and a little bit better mechanics. So with him, it's going to be a matter of athleticism. Does he develop that same kind of explosion that Lonzo had? And if he can, I think he'll be a pretty darn good player. I want to say he was ranked like number 7 or something like that in his class. So he's got a little bit higher, kind of ranking and upside already than like LiAngelo does. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. I would guess, without his dad, I would have guessed he was making it to the NBA, but I'm a little nervous that the way LeVar's kind of over, hyped and publicized his boys. I'm a little bit nervous that NBA teams aren't going to take a chance on him, just because, like, I know how the NBA works. I know how a lot of these, GMs and kind of like, office guys work. And a lot of them don't want to take a guy if it's going to cause external problems. So like, I know LeVar Ball is really bombastic and he's good television and he's pretty much just doing it as an entertainment. But the problem is, I could really see it becoming an issue if, if too many teams decide that they don't want to even deal with it, right? To be like, you got to be way better than everybody else for them to want to deal with it. It's kind of like if you're trying to play college basketball, let's say, and you're exactly the same, if you're exactly as good as another player, if he's got better grades than you, they're going to take him 100 times out of 100. So for Lonzo to get picked up by somebody else, or for LaMelo or even LiAngelo to get picked up by an NBA team, they have to be significantly better than all the other options for somebody to choose them. I see the guy named LeVar Ball is going nuts in the comments over here. All three of my sons going to the Lakers. You're killing me. So, yeah, I mean, I think, LaMelo, maybe a little too early to tell. I think he's definitely got the possibility. I like his game. I like his court vision. I like his handles. He can shoot the rock a little bit. And as he gets stronger and older, that's only going to get better. But, I don't know. Too early to tell. Okay, Gregory wants to know, I wasn't in the stream earlier, so how do we get the prizes? So to be eligible to win our 3 prizes for the March Madness, all you got to do is click the link in the description of this YouTube video or the link in the bio on IG Live, and all you got to do is fill out your bracket in our group, and then the first prize is going to get a $100 Eastbay gift certificate. Second prize is going to get a pair of Powerhandz free. Third prize is going to get a Hoop Culture hoodie for free. So again, we're going to have 3 winners on this one. And if I happen to win, I won't take the prize. I'll give it to the next person down. Same thing to Jake. If he wins, he's not going to get it either.
When I win.
He says when he wins, the next person will get the prize. Oh, man. That's funny. All right. Zoe is good. Yeah, I like Zoe. 2K or Fortnite? What do you guys got? You guys rather play NBA 2K or Fortnite? That's a question. All right. Here's a good one. Chat Breezy wants to know on Instagram, how do I decide at college? I'm in 8th grade. So the good news is don't even worry about it right now. If you're a younger player, like, junior high, before junior high, even early high school, like, don't even worry about the whole college thing. Right now, just focus on 2 things. Number 1, getting as good as you possibly can. So working on your game, working on your skill development. Number 2, getting as good of grades as you can, right? Making sure that you're keeping those grades up, because a lot of people don't realize if your grades are down, it's going to be really hard to get into schools, right? There are some guys that are just absolute freaks, and schools will kind of bend rules and like really kind of hustle to try to get them in. But for the most part, if your grades aren't good, you aren't getting in. So don't worry. Do not worry about college right now unless you're like a high school junior or high school senior, and really just worry on getting your grades up and getting your game up, because those are the 2 biggest factors that are come down to playing at the next level. So good question, though, because that's one that I get a lot. LeVar Ball one-on-one. I'll play LeVar one-on-one. I'll dance with him a little. Okay. LeVar knows me a little bit. Somebody asked where I went to college. LeVar answered, Washington State Cougars, baby. Yes, sir. I'm a Washington State alum. They haven't been good for a while. Yikes. Like, they were bad this year. Goodness. Scott Loman Duval versus Hands. So that's Trayvon Duval versus Jalen Hands. I'm taking Trayvon Duval. So somebody wants to know, hey, Coach, how do we get the prizes if we win? Because I'm already in the bracket challenge. So for the winners, I'll be contacting you personally, and we'll just basically, I'll get your email and I'll send you over your prizes. So with the Eastbay gift certificate, it'll just be like an e-gift certificate that you can use online. And then we'll get your information for Powerhandz, get you a pair of gloves sent. And then with Hoop Culture, we'll also let you pick your hoodie and get it sent. So we'll let you guys pick up some of your stuff. All right, so somebody wants to know, how can I get better than the top ranked players in the country? So number 1, you got to get noticed, right? You need some sort of exposure. So what a lot of people don't really realize is to be ranked and to be, considered one of the best players in the country, you have to get noticed. So either that means you got to get on like the EYBL circuit or, you know, one of the other major AAU circuits. And that's probably the fastest way to get ranked and get better. And then number two, it comes down to performance, right? You got to perform. You got to turn some heads, which it starts with your skill. You know, a lot of kids kind of want to cut the line and get ranked and be one of the best players in the nation and all that sort of stuff. And that's cool, except for if you're not working on your game, it's probably not going to happen, right? What a lot of people don't realize is, sure, there's some athletic freaks that are, you know, ranked at the kind of the top of the boards, but most of these players are working like professional athletes now. Most of them are, you know, getting a training session at 6 a.m., getting a training session after school, you know, working out 2 or 3 times a day. So there's a lot of players that assume that they're working hard when they go to the gym like twice a week, right? But really, like, to be noticed and to be good nowadays, you've got to put the time in. You got to work on your game. You know, at Shot Mechanics, we do the best we can to get you as many, you know, training videos and training programs that we can. But at the end of the day, you got to get in the gym and get as many reps as you possibly can. We've got a war of words on YouTube right now in the comments between LeVar Ball and Russell Westbrook. You guys are killing me. All right, Darden, what is that? Darden I don't know. Wants to know on Instagram, Coach C, I have a good Euro step, but I don't finish very well. Any advice? So the biggest mistake that most players make on their finishing is that they finish too low on the backboard, meaning as they're going up for a layup, the ball hits lower on that square, and so it gives it a tough trajectory angle to drop in. So the number one piece of advice that I give for most players, especially younger players, is really focus on getting that ball high on the backboard. If you watch guys like Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry and a lot of the really high elite level finishers, a lot of their finishes are coming up high on the backboard because, number one, gets over the shot blocker's hands. Number two, it can drop nice and soft kind of down in that basket, a little bit more of an optimized angle. So, you know, what I would really work on is really work on getting it up on that square, getting it high up on the glass, and then that's going to give you a little bit better finishing. All right, Triz Dan wants to know on YouTube, says, do a basketball video, please. I need to learn. I do nothing but basketball videos. I got like 600 plus basketball videos on the YouTube channel. Take a deep dive. You'll learn a lot of good stuff, Holmes. Do I play hockey? I do not play hockey. Played like a little street hockey growing up, just with like buddies in the neighborhood. But I'm pretty uncoordinated on skates, so that didn't stick. All right, I've seen this one a couple times. You'll call in, how do you correctly follow through on a basketball jump shot? So when you shoot, there's a few different follow-throughs. There's an index finger follow-through, the middle finger follow-through, or the split finger follow-through. So really the whole key is to find out which release and follow-through is going to work best for you. So I have a video, I think it's titled Get the Perfect Shooting Release. So if you search that in YouTube, you'll find it really fast. But if you can figure out which one of those 3 releases works the best for you, you're going to be way ahead of the game, because most coaches don't even talk about which finger you should release on, much less that there's 3 options to go from. And every player is a little bit different depending on how their hand muscles and bones are built, depending on their size of hand, depending on the size of their body. So what I highly recommend is checking out that video, Get the Perfect Shooting Release. Just search it into YouTube right there. And then you'll be able to figure out which one of those finger releases works best for you. All right, what else we got? How do I feel about the Thunder? Ooh, good question. The Thunder have potential. Thought number 1, Paul George is gone. That dude is going to a different team. I think he doesn't want any part of that situation moving forward. So if I had to guess, I would guess that Paul George is moving on to greener pastures, probably the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, I think all the pieces are just fitting for him there. You know, I think the Carmelo Anthony signing was a little bit hasty. You know, he's actually shooting a pretty low percentage from the 3-point line this year, and everybody was hoping they were going to get Olympics Melo, where he's just like shooting fish in a barrel from the outside. But it just does not seem to work out for them. So, you know, Paul George is still an elite defender. Russell Westbrook is still a beast, but I think that they're going to get beat in the first round of the playoffs. I just think that they don't have enough cohesion, enough energy, enough outside shooting to really stretch the floor out. And I think in the playoffs, teams are really going to cue in on Russell Westbrook and Paul George, and it's going to make it hard for everybody else to kind of get the job done. So I think they're out first round. That's my prediction. Scott Lohman says Isaiah Thomas fell off. Yeah, I mean, he did, but I mean, he's coming off of a major injury. Like, that's an injury that can even like sideline a lot of players' careers. So I think he might have came back a little too early trying to prove himself, because we forget that Isaiah Thomas is playing, I believe, this year for a new contract. And so he wants to go out and earn that money, right? He thought he was going to be getting a massive contract from the Celtics, signing that max deal. So I think he was wanting to come back and kind of prove himself that way. There weren't any questions, and maybe he came back a little early. So don't sleep on Scott Loman, or was that Scott Loman? Yeah. Don't sleep on Isaiah Thomas yet. Just because I think he's going to get back to it. It's just a matter of if his body can get there. Right. I think what's going to end up happening is he's going to sign a low contract this summer, probably like a 1-year deal. Then he's going to get his body right a little bit, and he might have another great season. And if he can do that, like, look out, he might be back at it. Whoa, almost knocked over my phone here. Sorry. Tyler Preston on. I love Ultimate Frisbee. I haven't played it in probably over a decade. I used to do it in college a little bit just for fun with some buddies. But Ultimate Frisbee is super fun. Like, people sleep on it. You hear like things like, you hear the sport Frisbee and you think about like people throwing it around on a beach with your grandma or something like that. But like, Ultimate Frisbee is tough. Like, if you go to YouTube and you search Ultimate Frisbee highlights, you will see some insane stuff. So I like Ultimate Frisbee. Haven't played in a long time, but it's good workout, good hand-eye coordination. So I'm all on board. Yes to Ultimate Frisbee. Da-da-da. All right, so somebody says, is it normally better in official games than pickup games? I'm pretty bad in pickup games, but in real life / school travel teams, I'm really good, averaging 15 to 10 points as a 12-year-old PG. So that's actually, that's I-Man. That's actually better than what most people are. Most people are good in pickup, but not good in actual games. So it is much better to be a gamer. If you are good in real games, like, that's what it's all about. So I think that probably means that you're more of just a gamer. You get locked in during the actual gameplay, or maybe you work better in a structured environment where coaches are having you run plays or that sort of stuff. So I would much rather have it that way for you, where you're good at real games and not that great at pickup, because as a coach, like, I would always prefer to have a gamer than somebody who can play in pickup or in practice. So good question. All right. So somebody says, who do you think's better, Dame or Steph? So I think I would take Steph first. I think his gravitational pull is insane, but Damian Lillard has been absolutely insane the last, about month and a half, or even just since the All-Star break. He has been on an absolute tear. So right now I'm saying Steph, but if it continues on down this path, it might have to be Damian. That dude is absolutely lights out. I'm going to a Blazers game on the 30th, I think, of this month. So I'm going to get to see him live and in person. I think we're also going to try to shoot some videos at the Blazers facility, hopefully get on court with a couple of the guys. Kind of depends on their schedule. But so you're going to see some cool Blazers content coming soon. They are red hot. All right. Alan wants to know, are you better at basketball than me? I don't know. I've never seen you play. How good are you? Trayvon Brody, thanks a lot, my man. He says, hey, Shot Mechanics, your videos help me out a lot. Much appreciated. I mean, that's why we make videos. The reason why I make videos and the reason why I train players and the reason why we do camps and clinics and all that sort of stuff is that I like to help as many people as I possibly can. And the reason why I started Shot Mechanics was because I was training kids and I was coaching and I was helping, just a handful of kids here and there, handful of players. And I thought, like, I want to do this, but I want to help everybody on the planet. You know what I mean? And so what's wild is now on our YouTube video, we have over 500,000 subscribers. We have, I think, over 70 million video views lifetime, which is absolutely bonkers to me. I remember when I first started Shop Mechanics, I got to 10,000 views and I was like jacked. Like my wife and I went to dinner. I was like telling my friends like, hey man, I got like 10,000 views on YouTube. And it was absolutely, you know, it was like super cool. And so it's really, it's nice that you guys have allowed me a platform to help as many people get better at basketball as I can. So instead of just helping, you know, 15 kids at a gym at a time, I can put out a video and help thousands of people all at a time, you know, and, you know, not every video is going to help everybody, but, Alan, sorry, you guys' comments are killing me. But I like the fact that I can help everybody in some way, shape, or form. You might not find every single video helpful, but if you can even just find one thing that's helped you out, even just a little bit, then my job has been accomplished. So thank you so much. You know, it's really my honor to be able to make content for you guys. So thank you so much. All right, I'm ready for my next stuff because this program works. Hey, our programs get results. That's what we do. That's what we do. And yo, on the program front, I've got some serious fire coming down the pipe here. Hey, Jake, how fire is our new program that we're working on?
It's way too fire.
It's way too fire. It's unlike anything you guys have ever seen. Honestly, it's unlike anything else that's even ever existed. So Steve really wants to work on your game. Look for the new program, probably dropping on the 1st of April. Although that's April Fool's, so maybe that's a bad day to drop it. So keep an eye out. All right, all right. Let's see here. At-home shooting drills. Ooh, good question. I don't think I have an at-home shooting video, but I need to. I have some at-home videos, but not a shooting one. Good question. I'll do one of those. OSSM Orthopedic says, you're so amazing. You're so amazing. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Okay, hey, don't forget, and in fact, in the comments, I think I can pin it here. Let me grab my link. So in the comments on YouTube right now, I'm going to copy the link. Is it going to let me pin it? No. All right. So, hey, don't forget, if you want a chance to win the first place prize of an Eastbay $100 gift certificate, a second place prize of a free pair of Powerhandz ball handling gloves, or a third place prize of a free Hoop Culture hoodie, then click the link in the description on YouTube or click the link in the bio on Instagram and make sure you sign up for our 2018 March Madness contest. So basically fill out your bracket and the winner is going to get that first place prize of $100 from Eastbay, second place prize Powerhandz, third place prize with the Hoop Culture hoodie. Again, thank you so much for the brands that support us. I also want to give a huge shout out to Noah Basketball. They don't have like a consumer product for you to buy, so we couldn't really do a giveaway from them. But if you're a coach, I highly recommend you check out noahbasketball.com, NOAH basketball.com, because it is absolutely insane game-changing technology that we're going to be doing a lot of really cool videos for them here coming up as well. And they have some consumer products coming that are like next level stuff. Like I can't tell you about it right now because it's still kind of in secret development, but oh my gosh, the games are awesome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, sign up for the challenge, link in bio, link in description, and I will see you there. We might jump on another live stream tomorrow. Just kind of promote it some more and answer some more of your questions because you guys are awesome. All right. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shop Mechanics Basketball. I got to go pick up a new sign that I'm going to hang in a gym, and then I got to go train some kids, and then I got to go sleep because I am tired. I had a long day. All right. Again, I'm Coach Colin. Thanks for watching. Till next time, splash on. And then now's the awkward part where I got to figure out how to shut this off. And stream.